Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shire.
And I'm Rachel Hill.
And Rachel's guest hosting today for Josh. And Rachel is the First Lady of Ohio Sports. You're the only female talk show host that's in Ohio, right?
On the radio, yeah, but I co-host the show with other women as well, too. So I'm with Cleveland K and Sapphire Blue.
That's right.
So we're all ladies.
But on the radio, it's
that's correct.
Yeah.
And Ohio, and one of the only few in the world, too.
How about that? Yeah. You know, my wife and I, when I take her to work at 3:30 in the morning, we listen to Amy Lawrence. Have you ever listened to Amy? She's great. She's so good. And I just think that there needs to be more women in talk sports because there was a girl that covered the captains with us several years back, Stephanie Metzger-Lawrence, and she worked for Channel 3 then for a while, and she was great. Like, she's great. Like, people who think, it drives me crazy when people think that women can't know sports. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? And so, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk about, things that we always talk about on this show, sports. And we're going to talk Cavs and Guardians today. And I know it stuns the people who watch that we're going to talk Guardians because, even during the NFL season, I get the Guardians in. But Josh is a huge baseball guy too. Like him and I, we were born with baseballs going for our blood. You know what I mean? So, but Rachel, I met Rachel covering the Cavs. She ended up being in the seat next to me last year when I started covering the Cavs.
Yes.
We became friends, and I hate it when she's not at a game.
Very different.
Or she'll, if I don't go to a game, she'll text me, "You're not coming?"
Where you at?
Yeah. So it's always good to have somebody when you're covering a sporting event that you know and can talk to. It makes it easier, Yeah,
because a lot of media people are not that nice. So it's very rare that you connect with somebody and build a relationship because a lot of media people are very aloof and standoffish.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of times they feel like they're more important than the sport they're covering.
It's very true. They have a dream job, so
exactly.
But you're still a regular, normal person. You're not an athlete making millions of dollars. Stephen A. Smith is one of the exceptions.
Yeah.
But they're kind of stuck on themselves. So when you meet somebody that's natural, caring, humble, and stuff like that, you form a connection. And
And that's what we have. Yeah, because we have normal lives. We just happen to cover the Cavs. And Rachel covers the Guardians quite a bit.
And the Browns.
And the Browns, yes. We don't normally talk about them when it's not football season.
Yeah.
But football will be starting, in a couple months.
Right around the corner.
I just put together a fantasy league for our travel baseball team yesterday, and it's 64 days until our draft, and that's 65 days until the opener.
Okay.
Our draft is the night before the Thursday night game, so it's coming. It's 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and time is flying like that because it's already July 2nd. So.
I know, and hopefully by that point, when the first football game is played, the Guardians have a comfortable lead. 6 games is comfortable, but could be better.
Yeah, it should have been increased.
Yeah, they struggle. I jinxed them going into Kansas
There's
City.
no such thing as jinx.
I don't know.
They're professional athletes who do this for a living.
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't believe in jinxes. I don't believe in
You
luck.
don't? Oh, I highly believe in jinxes.
No.
Oh my God. I've jinxed many athletes over
Not
the years.
anymore.
I jinxed Grady Sizemore. I ruined his career.
I don't know about that.
Right before spring training started, I wrote a commentary that he would be the greatest Indian of all time.
Really?
Never had a healthy season after that.
I was about to say, he would have been a great player had his health been, better than what it was.
Never had a healthy season after that.
Yeah. He tried to throw me a ball one time. Me and my dad went to a game, and it was like a Father's Day game. and we were in the bleachers just a couple rows up, and I'm screaming, Grady, Grady, Grady. And I think he really was trying to get the ball to me, and it landed a row in front of me. And, you know, when you decide that you're going to go in that scrum for that ball, that pretty much is a life or death decision. And my dad was like elbowing this man in front, like it was an accident. And he tried to apologize to the man, and the man wouldn't look at him. He just stayed straight ahead. You know, my dad's like, I'm really sorry, you know, but like it is desperation in there.
Oh, yeah.
But I really think he was trying to get that
and
ball.
And especially when you're getting something for your child.
Well, I was going to keep it. I was an adult. I was keeping it.
It don't even matter if you're an adult. You still look at your kid the same way.
I'm not giving the ball to a kid.
I'm saying, your dad was trying to get it for you.
Oh, I was grown at the time.
But
though.
still,
I
was
like 30-something.
Oh, believe me, like Tommy, like I'll defend him to the, you know what I mean? It's just how it is, you know.
And the person that got it was wearing a Pirates jersey because we was playing the Pirates, and I'm like, well, you should give us the ball. You're not even a Cleveland fan. Yeah.
Speaking of playing the Pirates and getting hit and being with your father, Tommy and I went to PNC Park, I think it was 3 years ago, on Father's Day.
Okay.
The Guardians were playing, well, they were the Indians still then.
Yeah.
They were playing the Pirates, and I can never remember Harold Ramirez hit a home run, Rachel.
Okay.
And I could see that ball off the bat. It looked like a bullet. It was coming right at me. I jumped out of the way. It hit my seat.
Oh, you jumped out of the way? Why
Yes.
you jump out of the way? Why didn't you try to catch
Well,
it?
I ain't catching that ball. That thing was coming 100 miles an hour.
You
I'm
had the
getting hit.
glove?
Oh,
What
I'm
you
getting
doing?
hit. No, I was getting hit. And it was like, yeah, this is not going to. And so I watched a replay later that night, and Rick Manning says, that's one smart guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They showed it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, it was a shot. It was a line drive home run.
Oh.
Have you been to PNC Park?
I'm not. I heard it's a gorgeous park, though.
It's the best park I've ever been to.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
I
I
heard.
love Progressive Field.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to PNC
Well, what's so
Park.
special about this park?
It's just, there's just something about it. It's a perfect place to watch a game. It's just a really nice place. It really is. I have no...
Give me my renovation heavy Progressive Field at any time.
I have no intention of going to the football stadium.
I've been before.
Yeah, Tommy has too. But I just, the baseball stadium is, and I saw, like, when we went there, you know, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and Willie Stargell was one of my favorite players.
Okay.
And I'm not lying, and I don't have a problem admitting this. I said to Tommy, I got to get a picture by his statue, and I broke down standing by, because I was like, I am standing by Willie Stargell's statue, and he was amazing, Willie Stargell. He died like 2 days before they dedicated it.
Oh, wow.
He was
that
in
sucks.
Pittsburgh.
That sucks.
Yes. So he never got to see it.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's like twice life size.
Yeah.
It's really big. It's really cool too. But so enough about Pittsburgh. Let's get on to our Guardians. We got they're 52 and 30 now. I believe it is. Yes. So they're still 22 games above 500. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and leading in the AL Central still
by
6. Kansas City, yeah.
6 over the Twins and 7 over the Royals. But you know, okay, they were 14-11 in June.
Yeah.
Okay. 560 winning percentage. The Twins weren't as good. They were 15 and 12. They were 556 winning percentage. The Yankees were 14 and 13 in June.
Yeah.
The mighty Yankees, you know. The Royals were 12 and 15. I have in here the Tigers. They've fallen out of it. They were 10 and 17 in June. And the Phillies were only 15 and 11.
Yeah.
They started playing some tougher teams.
Okay.
They
still the number 1 team in baseball right now.
Yeah, the Phillies. They are.
And the Guardians are second
two.
by winning percentage, even though they just stunk it up on this road trip.
They did. It was Sunday's game. I was watching, and I'd gotten up early because we had a travel game early in Wyndham.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock. So I got home, and I'm starting to watch the game. I'm laying on the couch watching it, and I could tell this was not going to go well. So I got up and I went to my friend. His son was playing a travel game, and I went there because I was like, this is not going to end well. I could tell. And the way the weekend had gone, I didn't want to watch another game that got me mad.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just following on my phone, and yeah, it ended up the way. Oh wow! I just got a text from Tommy, the Browns dog mascot, the real dog, passed away.
Oh wow!
He was only 6.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's sad. That's too bad. But yeah, so you'll be covering the game tonight. You cover almost every home game, right?
Yes.
You're pretty much there every time.
Yeah.
What is that for? MLB? What is?
MLBBro.com. We cover black and brown baseball players. So on the back, black and brown baseball players. So brown means mixed as well. So there really isn't a lot of coverage dedicated to black players in the MLB. So MLB Bro, seeks to fill that void and cover those players.
Her videos are great too, by the way. They're very, very good. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I saw the first one. Was the first one you did, Josh Naylor?
No. I've been with them for about 4 years.
Have
now.
you really?
Yeah.
The first one I saw.
Yeah. That was on
Naylor.
Major League Baseball Network. So
yes.
yeah, that was a
MLB
great
Network.
video,
Yeah.
So I have a team of people behind me who helps those videos come out really well as well. So I feel like it was one of the best videos I've done too.
It was real good.
Thank you.
So we got Triston McKenzie sent down to Columbus.
Yeah. Sad about that.
I am too.
He's a good kid.
I really like him.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
And a lot of potential there.
There is, and I don't know if he's not healthy or if he's healthy and maybe he's afraid he's not healthy.
He's not healthy. And that's the problem. Him and Shane should have had Tommy John surgery last year in the off season when we were not going to make the playoffs and do anything. And you wouldn't have had the situation last year because you can't pitch through that. I forgot. There's been one pitcher who's been able to pitch through that. And to me, I forgot his name, but that's like the anomaly.
Yeah.
But other than that, once they got those diagnoses last year, they should have opted to have surgery, and we wouldn't be having this issue that we are. But who are we to tell a player what to do with his body? People talk about the Jared Allen thing. I think about Tyrod Taylor, who got the shot in his ribs and the doctors are missed, right?
Yes.
He was injured even more. So, you go into that fine line of those types of things. But I feel as if they didn't have those surgeries. I feel that, probably at the end of the season, he'll have that surgery.
Yeah.
I think it's going to eventually come out.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But he's injured, and he's not going to be able to pitch through that because, every pitch is working for him except for his fastball. And, him and Carlos Carrasco, well, I'll just stay with, Triston. But, he gets hit out the park.
He does.
Very early in games, and then your team is in a deficit that they're trying to dig their way out of. Thank God they pretty much have the whole game, but still, it's hard to dig out from 5-6 runs, which the team has been very lucky that they've been able to do so. But it's very hard to do that on a consistent basis, and that's asking a lot of your squad. So when Stephen Vogt continues to trot them out, I understand they're still on teams, but it's a deficit to the team to continue to pitch him and Carlos Carrasco.
It is. Well, I think Carrasco probably. If there was any other option, Carrasco would be in the bullpen. But I think more of a problem is not even Carrasco, is Logan Allen.
Yeah.
Logan Allen is not good.
Started pitching this season just hasn't been what it needs to
No,
be.
it hasn't been.
So, to say we're the second best team in baseball right now is just amazing for this team to be where it's at, considering what it is working with right now.
And let's just hope Gavin Williams comes back healthy.
Yeah.
And stays healthy.
Because he was getting knocked around a little bit in AAA.
But
so
I
was
think
a little
that,
bit of a concern
yeah,
too.
but I've seen a lot of rehab starts over the years covering minor league baseball, and the results don't even matter. It's pretty much getting your pitches, getting your work in, working on the pitches that you are going to be using when you get back up to the big leagues. So I don't even look at those numbers.
Okay.
So I think he'll be fine. Well, I guess let's hope he'll be fine.
Okay,
He's starting
good.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's
Excited.
starting Wednesday.
Looking forward to that. Wednesday's game is sold out. So that's a big deal. Yeah.
It's so great, isn't it?
I don't even know. Are they having fireworks there?
Wednesday night.
Okay,
yeah.
they're having fireworks.
Yes.
Okay. Because they're playing on 4th of July at 1:10.
Yes.
So.
And I looked, they sent the media relations sends the itinerary out for the homestand, and I looked it over yesterday, and yeah, I think that might be the same night. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's during the Giants series. Yeah, Cody Allen and somebody else was throwing out a first pitch too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I love the fact that the attendance is up. You know, I really love that. I mean,
finally.
Yeah, I know. Finally, it's about time people are believing. You know, I mean, yeah, the Dolans, you know, they don't spend a lot of money, but neither do the other small market teams. The revenue in baseball is so unfair. It's so unfair, you know. So I maybe people are starting to realize that, or maybe not, you know. But it's just the fact they're good, you know. So we've got one last baseball thing.
Yeah.
That kind of made me smile after the way he acted last year. I don't like to see anybody lose their job. But I saw Tim Anderson was DFA'd this morning by the Marlins.
Yeah.
You know, so he's kind of been knocked out 3 times in the last year by Jose, then the White Sox, and now the Marlins. So it's, yeah, 3 times maybe. It might be time to say, okay, I made enough money. I might be done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know, it happens, you know, in the tail end of your career and things like that. You know, you start to lose, you know, your touch. I have a little affinity because we covered him, you know, a lot at MLBBro.com.
So what is your opinion on him? Like, I mean, he was really made out to be evil last year when that happened. And I think it had turned on him a little before that even. What is your feeling about him?
Last year was not a good year for Tim. Personally as well.
He's got a beautiful name.
Tim Anderson?
Beautiful. Tim. It's beautiful.
Timothy.
I actually worked with a Tim Anderson once.
Yeah, you know, he's had a year on the field and off the field. So
yeah. I know off the field was hard, yeah.
Yeah, so you know, I think that stuff goes into your play, you know, as well. So, you know, a lot of messed up stuff going on, you know, under his own control though. So,
yeah.
You know, life is about choices, and you know, he made his. So, you know, that's all part of being an athlete. You know, eventually you lose it, and you know, you don't have it, and you know, eventually you have to retire. You know, there's expression, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
So.
I just thought if you're going to talk crap to Jose Ramirez, one of the guys that seems like everybody likes, the guy that Shohei Ohtani said last year when they asked him at the All-Star game, who here of these All-Stars would you like to be teammates with? And he said Jose Ramirez. That was crazy. And so it probably wasn't a good choice for him to talk crap to him because it wasn't going to go over well with other people.
Yeah, Tim got knocked out. He went to sleep for a little bit.
That was crazy.
It was funny. I had somebody had put up a meme of Jose in boxing gloves, and as soon as that thing went up, I posted it. And I had so many likes and comments on Facebook and stuff like that. It was hilarious.
There were so many, weren't there? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, because I think Jose boxes, like outside of, you know.
Does he really?
I think so.
Oh, wow. I missed it live.
But
I missed it live.
Oh, yeah.
I went in the kitchen. I went in the kitchen to get a drink. And I come back in and all hell had broken loose.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
And then they don't play it on the big screen. I'm like, show it on the Jumbotron for everybody. So I hate when they do that. Same thing with Donovan Mitchell and Dylan Brooks. When they got into it, remember how
I wasn't at that game.
Oh, you weren't?
I had a baseball game that day. I wasn't at that game.
They went and put it on the Jumbotron. I'm like, this is what we live for. I'm like, you put hockey fights on the Jumbotron and encourage that. Why not show this? So, you know, it was, you know, Jose said, Tim was like, let's throw. And Jose was like, I'm with it. So,
he was.
You know,
boy, it was good.
Yeah, it was crazy because you don't really see, you don't really see benches clearing like that for the Cleveland Guardians. They're not that team.
No, they're not.
But I think one of the craziest fights in baseball was Amir Garrett when he went and charged after the Pirates.
Yes.
So that you know, you went in and take on the whole team, just throwing haymakers. So
I'm telling you. What? This real quick. What do you think about? I really think there is still carryover, and it's wrong too. Josh Naylor should have got more votes, I think, in the All-Star. And the national media doesn't seem to like him. I still think they're holding his rock the cradle thing against him.
Oh, you think so?
I feel like if it had happened against another team, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it happened against the Yankees, and Bob Costas made a big deal of it. And I'm like, this guy's not a bad guy. And they're making it. They don't talk about him. When I watch MLB Network, they don't talk about them. You know what I mean? They talk about Jose Ramirez, and I saw several things about Stephen Kwan last week. But they just don't talk about Josh Neal.
Because wasn't he the AL player of the week last week?
Yeah, they probably. Oh, he was the week before, but I didn't see anything. Like, what are they doing? I don't understand it. It's just, I think it's wrong. I feel like if it hadn't happened against the Yankees, there wouldn't have been so much backlash.
Probably so.
Even though the Yankees do all kinds of stuff. They got the biggest showboater on their team now in baseball, Juan Soto. You know, and I don't know. It's a double standard, I feel. But we have losing my train of thought.
Sorry?
No, I just the heat is overheating my phone.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
So
it's not even like hot though right now.
No, it isn't.
It's okay.
With the sun.
Yeah.
So let's get to the Cavs for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell signed the extension this morning.
Ooh yeah, $50 million a year.
And that's a lot of money.
I'm trying to be like him when I grow up.
Boy, I'm telling you. You know what? I want to make 1/100th of what he makes a year. I'd be good with $500,000 a year. I'd be real good with that. My terrible looking house would look like a palace if I made $500,000 a year. You know what I mean? But $50 million, and then Jason Tatum $60 million a year. I don't know. I feel like eventually this
wasn't like 62.8.
It's a lot. Yeah, it is 62.8. You're right. That's right. That's a lot of money. And so I guess if these teams can afford it, why not? And I like the owner.
With all that money?
How about that? How about they sign him to that extension, and then the owner says we're selling him to you.
Well, that's the crazy part.
What's that?
You sell it while it's high. You know?
Oh, you definitely do.
You sell it while it's high, and
do.
this team is all roads are going to go through the Boston Celtics.
Well, you know what?
They look like they're a team that's poised to have possibly a mini dynasty for a little bit.
They could.
So all roads are going to lead through Boston for every team, going forward. So, if I'm the owner too, if I'm done with, Boston, sell it too. I don't know,
And it's going to be fun? Next year, watching the Warriors be terrible. Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
I can't believe Clay went to Dallas. I would have rather him go to LA, though.
I can't believe they paid him that much money.
Oh, yeah.
He is washed up, I think.
Yeah.
Watch, when they play the Cavs, he'll score like 50.
Yeah.
But, I just can't believe they paid him. I can't believe the team paid him that much money. If he was still good, the Warriors would not have let him go. But I'm not sure, and I can't be sure of this at all, I'm not sure the chemistry was still good there.
Yeah.
It looked like it maybe wasn't.
Yeah, well, it was over, like I said.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, and, dynasties don't last forever. And,
theirs lasted quite a while.
They're starting to break down with Draymond, so wondering,
getting older.
What's going to happen, with him, and, Steph is going to be Steph, and still, breaking records and stuff like that, but that dynasty wasn't going to, I'm surprised that, I thought that, they haven't been good the past few years.
No, they haven't. I think, I heard someone say the other day, and I don't know if it's true or not, that he, on one of his podcasts that he's on, Draymond Green, mentioned, like, he might be interested, this is crazy, might be interested in signing with the Cavs.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't know. Could you imagine him on the Cavs?
Man, that the fan base had to do a 360 after hating him for all these years.
Yeah.
But one thing is we take care of our own and stuff like that. So they would welcome him in. But he's past his prime. So
he is. But I mean, I wonder if he could teach some of these young guys some toughness. I think Tristan Thompson did last year. Is he coming back? Was that more than a 1-year deal?
I'm not sure.
I hope he's coming back. I thought he mattered. I really thought he mattered. And you got to have a guy on your team that's not afraid to go in and elbow somebody in the face. You have to. especially when you're going up against teams like the Knicks. They lost Isaiah Hartenstein.
Okay.
He went to, did he go to Dallas too? He might have gone to Dallas. No, he went to Oklahoma City.
Okay.
He signed a huge deal, like $30 million a year.
Oh, wow.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
know. That's good. The Cavs only have to play him twice a year now. He enjoyed beating the Cavs, I think, because they let him go. So, but I think that, you know, there's a lot of movement. There's been a lot of movement. I'll tell you what. I don't know if you follow hockey. The NHL.
I watched the Stanley Cup.
I'll watch some. I have a couple of friends that are.
I watched the, Calder Cup, playoffs.
Their free agency started already.
I know, right? And
All
then
the
they drafted
movement.
already, too.
I know. Like 2 days after that. It's like, those people, they're nuts.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Kind of reminds me, it was either John Sally or Rick Mahorn on the Pistons was in the, Detroit was having their championship parade, and he got drafted in the expansion draft during the championship parade.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Well, remember, wasn't it Harrison Barnes that was traded while he was still playing in the game?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think
so. It's like, it moves fast in sports.
Yeah. You come off the court and you with another team.
I know. There have been a couple baseball players that have played with 2 teams in one day. You know, they got traded and they. So you were at the press conference yesterday for Kenny Atkinson. I couldn't make it. So what's your impression?
One of the things is he talked about that he's a collaborative coach, and he's already been talking to the players and things like that. He's gonna coach them with toughness, but also love, and he believes in coaching them hard and stuff like that. To get the results. So
I think you gotta coach them hard sometimes. You do.
Yeah. So a lot of experience. For me, I'm partial because I want my coach to say I played in the league. I feel like you can be a better, effective coach when you've played in the league. And he's coaching Team France. I'm like, Team France? Like, what in the world talking about I want to help Team France win a gold medal? Like, no, sir, you are from New York. You were born in New York, so I don't understand that.
How's he going to make a French guy tough? I'm just saying.
Like, when I see a French rapper, I'm like, seriously?
Like, really?
They
They literally rode horses in World War II. Okay? Come on. They fell in 24 hours. All right. This is France.
But with Kenny, I think that, it was a good choice. He's had head coaching experience before, even though that stint, didn't really go so well.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Wasn't his fault.
Yeah. So, he's said he's learned from that decision. He's learned from that. And then also, coaching under Ty Lue and Steve Kerr as well. So I'm sure Steve Kerr probably has some great advice for him since he's really close to this organization. But I'm looking forward to the challenge and seeing what he can do.
Yeah. And, I kind of look at his time in Brooklyn, like a lot of the Indians managers in the 70s and 80s. How do we know they were bad managers? They had nothing to work with. He had a lot to work with, but it was a drama show the whole time he was there. So, did he really have anything to work with? You know what I mean? So, and this team, the Cavs, are the complete opposite, where they all get along and it's a good mix. So, do you think they have to add? I don't really think they have to add a lot. I don't think JB got everything out of them he could have.
Do we have to add? I'd say to beat the Boston Celtics.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, would they have given them more of a series if Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen were
I
healthy?
absolutely think so too. Boston was right for the picking.
They might have been the team that could have beat them.
Get them at some, you were able to get them at some spots. Kristaps Porzingis wasn't playing and stuff like that. So Evan Mobley, showed the potential of what he could bring to this team. But with the injuries, it was just too much. But those games were still competitive.
They were competitive.
So
it's crazy.
I felt like I said it was going to be a sweep.
Yeah.
But, it was a gentleman's sweep.
Of course I said they'd win, but I always say that.
With the injuries and all that other stuff, no Donovan, no nothing. It just, You know, and I kind of said you watch the same thing happen with Boston versus Miami, how Miami came and won that second game, and it was just like after that it was somebody like somebody gave Boston a shot of Narcan and they kind of woke up.
Exactly.
And they did the same thing against the Cavs, and the Cavs